Hey everybody, Star 6 Wars 1 here, and welcome to my next countdown of the top 10 biggest fuck-ups, or slash failures. Okay, I will say this flat out right now, these moments usually either make me groan or cringe, or just think, God, what a fail. So yeah, there's not much here to be talking about. They're all from my own videos, so again, not much to talk about. So, let's just begin. Number 10. You forgot to mention Asuka having a childish crush on Kaji in the show in my Neon Genesis Evangelion review. Okay, I want to be very, very honest here. I never found it that important. In fact, it was, for me, outright annoying and useless. Yes, it is a mistake. Yes, it was a character trait heavily implied in the show, though not the movies. I'm kind of thankful they got rid of that. But yeah, that was a minor F-up on my part. But really, it's kind of insignificant to the rest of her character, in my opinion. Because honestly, I think she just had better chemistry with Shinji. And that is saying something, because I don't think either of them had good chemistry either. Mind you, I don't like most of the characters in that show, but again, besides the point. But either way, it is my number 10. Number 9. Summer Wars has a dub. Okay, that was stupid of me to make a mistake for. Yeah, Summer Wars does a dub. An amazing dub, actually. Funimation, a great Funimation dub. Almost on par with Wolf Children, and I completely forgot to mention it. All I can think is facepalm so badly. That was... Oh, why did I forget that? Unfortunately, I caught the fact that I forgot to mention the dub right around the time when the video was completing. So basically, it was too late to fix this mistake. Oh. It's not that big a deal because if you look up the other Mamoru Hosoda ones, you probably could realize there are dubs. It's just, as a reviewer, I should mention when a dub is good. And this one's exceptionally good. At least in my opinion. And I forgot to mention it. Moving on to the next number, please. Number 8. Greg Aries voiced the Sunahara clone whose actual name is Jun Kutagawa. Now, I want to say this flat out right now. There's actually 2 fuck-ups here. 1, the fact Greg Aries also voiced him. And 2, I kinda actually forgot his name. I know that's really bad of me to forget the guy's name, but because to me he's such a Sunahara clone, I completely forgot his name. I forgot his name was Kitagawa, which we're just gonna call him Kitagawa because why not? But yeah, you should not forget a character's name. That's bad. Like, really bad. Oh. The fact that I forgot to mention Greg Aries' voice and when I called him a Sunahara clone. Oh yeah, this is my Canon 2006 review, but you probably knew that already, but oh god dang it, that was a really bad fail on my part, and that's why it's my number 8. Number 7. In my Steins Gate review, I forgot to mention Steins Gate starting out as a visual novel. To be fair, I don't think when I originally made the review, I either didn't realize or didn't know that it was a visual novel to begin with. But yeah, especially looking back on it now, with the English release of the Steins Gate visual novel, this makes the fail all the more worse. Because this was an easily preventable one if I had just done my research better. Unfortunately, this was one minor fuck-up that I made, and one that's like, oops. But again, I'm crediting that to the fact that I probably either didn't realize or forgot it was a visual novel first. But actually, I think that makes Steins Gate all the more impressive, in my opinion. But again, that's just saying, and that's why it is my number 7. Number 6. From my Ghost in the Shell review. Who did Richard Epcar voice in the movie? What the heck was I thinking? Okay. I credit this guy as the best role of the dub, and completely just forget to say who he voiced. Why? Like, okay, yeah, if you know Richard Epcar well enough, you could probably recognize his voice immediately once you see the character, but still, that's no excuse to the fact that I forgot to mention him. The only redeeming thing about this is, in the second Ghost in the Shell review, I actually do mention who he voiced that time, because it was the exact same character, but no one could have known that. They could have thought it was just a different character. So really, again, no excuse. I can't believe I forgot to name Bateau, who in my opinion is my favorite character in Ghost in the Shell at the moment, and I completely forgot to mention Richard Epcar was the guy who voiced him, and he's the best role of the dub. I mentioned he's the best role of the dub, just not the character's name. That's a major screw-up, and in terms of small things in my videos, it is my biggest screw-up in my opinion. And that is why it is my number 6. Number 5. My top 10 anime I won't watch list, at least when I made it. Okay, you're probably like, what? Why is this a fuck-up? Well, let's see. I have no problem watching Ozymandias. I am planning on watching Elfen Lied. Oh, and my number 1? Yeah, that's going to be watching October too. The list is false. And numbers 1, 3, and 10 are all completely eliminated by the fact I'm watching them. You could argue the Hellsing one as well, since I am planning on watching Ultimate. But I even mentioned in the video, I do plan on watching Ultimate once the dub is finished. Thank God it's finishing this year, by the way. But honestly, I have no excuse to the fact that these 3 were, and these are major entries, mind you, are ones that were complete lies. Well, not at first, but over time they did become that way. So, what the heck? However, as for the rest of my list, yeah, the rest still stand. I will not watch One Piece, High School of the Dead, or the original Hellsing. The rest are still on my I won't watch. So, more so I think I regret when I made the list. I was too new to a lot of the anime and didn't have refined enough tastes. And though I still kind of argue I probably don't, I can at least better judge which shows I may or may not watch. So, again, I'm sorry, and one day maybe I'll maybe make the list, but until then, this is my number 5. Number 4, my SAO segment from my Christmas countdown. It's not the information that's the fuck up. It's not the fact that it's clipped. It's the fact that this became the biggest pain in the ass I've ever had for a video on YouTube. Thanks to this one scene, FMA month was affected. I'm not sure if many people know this, but especially my newer viewers, but back during Christmas, I decided to make a Christmas countdown to celebrate the season, and I featured a few clips from a few shows in it, and SAO was one of them. on the morning of Boxing Day, or the evening of Christmas, I can't remember which, I got an email saying that the video had been blocked worldwide, and I had lost a good chunk of my privileges, including my after 15 minutes on YouTube. I was extremely upset, to say the least, and had to work to the bone to try and prevent anything else from happening. It took me over a month to fix this. FMA month had to be condensed because of this. So yes, while you may not notice it in the videos themselves, there is a very good reason none of them are over 15 minutes. It's because of what happened here. And that is why it is my number 4. And it's also why I will probably not use clips in most of my countdowns ever again. Number 3. My technical issues in my first countdown. Oh god, let's just go through the list. First up, my mic. Oh, that mic sounded terrible a lot of the time. And rewatching it now, it's like, oh, the mic quality is, for me, almost cringeworthy. Oh. The flickering video, oh my god, that was one of the most stupid things about it. And just the loud music in the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood entry. Just, oh my god, it's like, I can barely hear my own damn voice. Hell, I even made fun of it in my commentary of that one because it was that bad. Honestly, I don't regret making the countdown because that's the one that got me started on this and made me realize how much fun making these videos are. But the technical issues in it are, for me at least, cringeworthy. And thankfully, I think I've gotten better with most of them. Okay, sometimes the sound mixing is a little too loud on one end, and the sound quality isn't always the best, but I'm try my hardest to make sure it's better. And because I don't ever want to have another number 3. Number 2, my unfinished Let's Play. Okay, again, to most newer of my viewers, they'd be like, what? You did an LP? Yeah, I did an LP. If you don't know what LPs are, they're known as Let's Plays. Basically, while you're playing through the game, you're also commentating through it while other people watch you. Famous ones include Chugga Conroy, Nintendo Capri's Son, and Proton John, though there are many, many others. Also, Ninja Mushi does them, I think, as well. Quite honestly, this LP makes me cringe. One, it was started way back in 2012. The last video update for it was way back mid last year. And it remains unfinished. This is inexcusable. And the sad fact is, this isn't the first time this kind of thing happened. It's happened more than once, and it usually went on month-long hiatuses. This is now the longest it's ever gone without having another video. This is, to me, a great offense to the fact of LPing. The only reason I don't take down the videos is because I want to see them to remind me where I failed and how I can improve upon it. I hope to one day finish this LP, but I'm not going to promise anything because, honestly, I kind of prefer what I do now. But then again, that's due to some other incidents that wasn't exactly my fault. Maybe I'll explain that in a future video, though. And that is why it is my number 2. And my number 1 greatest failure / greatest fuck up is my FateZero review. Now, I'm betting a lot of you are going to be like, what? You did a FateZero review? Yes. But something very bad happened to it, and it has been gone ever since. Back Christmas of last year, I decided to upload a review on Christmas Day, mind you, of FateZero. And to be very honest with you, I did it for you guys, for my viewers, because I thought I'm gonna give them a nice treat for Christmas and give them a series I really loved and really respect. Little did I know that a video that I had a great time making, mind you, and in terms of video quality, I think it was some of my best, into one of my greatest failures I've ever made. Very similar to what happened to my Christmas countdown. This one also got copyright problems. It was muted due to a song that was used in the video. By the way, because of that moment, that's part of the reason why I prefer the second opening, by the way. Just saying. Because of it, my video was muted. Because I had to try and dispute the problem with my Christmas countdown at the time, there was nothing I could do for my FateZero review, just in case something even worse happened and I got a copyright strike, which could have really crippled the channel even further. And sadly, because of that fear that the copyright problem will cripple the channel even further, because at the moment it does nothing, it remains on my privates, muted, sitting there, and just saying to you, this is your greatest failure. I was really disappointed what happened to this one. True, it is on the original review is on my Vimeo account. I'll give a link in the description. But honest to God, this video, I had so much fun making it. I'd had a great time. And then it was muted and everything came crumbling down. This, and that the fact that I didn't even fight back for it when I did my Christmas countdown, makes this by far my greatest failure. On a less depressing note, though, I do plan to give this series a look back. So do not worry, FateZero will get a look back sometime later. But yeah, for now, it will until then, it will remain my greatest fuck up as well as my greatest failure. Anyways, that's all from me. This has been Star 6 Wars 1, and I'll see you guys next time.